I'm a diamond coach on the team, and I started in August. Where Kelly, how long have you been coaching for?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. So Kelly's got a lot of experience. I have a little less, but anyways, but we just sort of wanted to touch base. We're gonna, Kelly's gonna be running a training soon. When is the next training gonna start, Kelly?
So, I don't know. I guess if we could maybe, usually I do them every first Monday of the month. So, but that lands on the 3rd. So I just don't know with 4th of July if that's something that we should change. What do you guys think? I mean,
I'd change it.
Change it? Okay, honestly then, I was thinking we just move it up a week since we already have a good group that needs to get in the training. Instead of moving it back, I think we move it up. So I was thinking the 26th.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
22 June? I think it's a great idea. Okay, so the coach training, June 26th, coach training. The coach training you're going to be doing every single day. You can do it on your own time, but it'll be something you'll show up for. It'll be in a group, and you'll show up for it every single day. And then it'll give content. Now, I haven't even done the training in so long, Kelly. You go over like all the basics, like the vital behaviors. We do introductions about your coming out post. So just sharing with everybody that first post, which is usually like one you'll probably get a pretty good response on from your friends and family, just letting them know what you're doing. What else is in that coach training, Kelly?
It's meant to just jumpstart you into the basics. So you're going to learn, like Sarah said, how to do your first post, like what to do on social media, period, like lots of examples on how to like put together what your stories are, like what your life is and who you can speak to. And then how to like figure out like who you're connecting with, making your list of people, what Sarah said, what it looks like basically to be a coach as far as like what the behaviors are daily, like how to prioritize that time that you would put into the business. And then just like how to get people set up too, like how to get people signed up, period. And like,
yeah. And how the pay structure works and so on as well. You explain that. So like how the downline works and so on. So, and then in addition to that, every week there's a team call for the Wildflower Tribe, pretty much every week. Some weeks you've canceled it because of Summit or whatever, but usually it's every Tuesday at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, or whatever time zone you're in. And then on Wednesday, because the Wildflower Tribe is also part of Team Empowered Elite, there's a call on that day if you'd like to join it. And then in addition to that, the Empowered Elite is part of Team Drop the Cookie. And there's a team call usually on Thursdays at the same time. So I recommend if you're only going to join one call during the week to join the Wildflower Tribe team call. And then if you're able to join more, doing the Empowered Elite and the Team Drop the Cookie. And the calls are almost always recorded, except for when there's live power hours, because often there's screen shares with personal conversations and music playing in the background, and you're not allowed to record music on Facebook. So
yeah, and then another thing too, just to note, is ways to get in touch with us. If you have questions or you want to get in touch, the groups are like hands down the best way. And I mean, that's something that I feel like not enough people take advantage of, is just posting in the group what your question is, or if you're having any like problems with the conversation, or you want to know like where to go with something, like we're available to help you, and there are other people on the team that are so willing to help too. But if you post in the group, number one, you're going to hear from someone super quickly, like maybe like I'm out of cell service or Sarah's busy, but someone else will answer the question. But number two, we'll all be able to learn together. So posting in the Wildflower Tribe is like the best way to go, because, and if you're not getting a question there, then you could make your way up to post in Empowered Elite if you want to also, but that's the best way, because we could really all learn from each other. And it's so nice to see like where other people are struggling, to know you're not alone, and then how to like combat those different things and where answers are and all that kind of stuff for other people too. So just something to think about. Let's see. So do you want to keep going, Sarah? Do you have anything else you want to say?
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay. So the other thing is too, I want you guys to know, you know, I see other people hopping on. I'm not sure who the 208 number is even. Who is that?
That's Alana.
Oh, but there's an Alana. Oh, never mind. No, there's not. Okay. I saw like Alana's name and then a 208, and I was like, wait, which one's what?
Yeah, no, that's Alana. She's on with us.
Okay, so this is like super exciting. I want you guys to know that like this is like, I don't know, you guys, this community of people that have been in their health and fitness programs and then have decided to help other people, and building like this community of all around wellness for us is like what makes me super excited. So that like the idea that our team is growing so fast and we have so many people that want to help other people too, I think is just so awesome. It's gonna feel like a lot of information at first, and it is like my number one priority, aside from you reaching your goals, obviously, to help you figure out how to prioritize that time. So like it can get super overwhelming and you can feel like your head's spinning sometimes. Like it's all super exciting stuff, but making sure that we're dialed into the activities that are going to build the business forward. And that's our job as your coach, to help you figure that out and prioritize. That's like something that we're going to be here for you for, like to hold your hand, walk you through it, figure it out. And the training's going to go over a lot of that too. So pay careful attention to the training. Like if I could give you any advice getting started, it's know that we're here for you. The team's here for you. Try to like stay dialed in to what we're telling you are the important behaviors like out of the gate.
And something else I wanted to say as well, Kelly, until you go through the training and so on, just be mindful of what you're posting on Facebook. A lot of people use Facebook to just complain because it's like, you know, a place to like vent, and you sort of have like, you know, your friends on your side. And we want to be the positive light, you know, where you see complaint. We want to be that positive post. So just be aware of that. And when you're posting something, try to refrain from complaining. And if you have had, maybe like you've had a rough day, you can talk about even like how you've overcome it. Always like try to shed a positive light on your post. And that's something you can start doing now. So
yeah, so that's exactly what I wanted to go into, like things you could start doing now. Things that you can start doing now, number one is always focusing on your own health and fitness and like mental space, overall wellness journey first, because honestly, you don't have a business unless you're first working on yourself. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's so true, because you don't have any light to share. You're not growing. You're not able to help people through their struggles. You don't feel what it's like to feel disciplined and make progress and get excited and go through challenges. So it's first and foremost, like it's always you, because we want to always be improving so that we can help improve the lives of other people too. And that's why I think this business is so cool. Is like, it's encouraged me to be my best self so that I can also help encourage other people. And like, I've always thought that from day one, it's like, how can I help other people if I'm not helping myself? So stay focused on yourself. If you don't feel confident enough to be a good coach, that shouldn't be something that defeats you. Instead, it should be something that really inspires you to grow into that person. So you know where your struggles are, like take some time to reflect. Like for me, it was big time my confidence when I got started. So my coach suggested to me that I read You Are a Badass. And that was like, that was my second book. My first book was The Compound Effect, which is an awesome one if you are having a hard time seeing how like little things that you're doing now could build like this big business where you're home and making a full-time income. Like that helps you see how the little behaviors compound over time to equal big results. But making sure that you're reflecting in a way that's like, okay, what do I need to work on? How can I ask your coach for a recommendation if you need one? There's a giant list too that we have that we can share. And So it's that journey that you're working on the health side, on doing your workouts, and then also on the personal side too. So you can develop yourself into the coach that you want to be. Does that make sense? I know I kind of got lost and blabbered there for a minute. Okay.
Great, Kelly.
Okay. And then, so alongside that, I guess, and this is another no-brainer, honestly, and don't overcomplicate it, is the fact that we're sharing on social media. Like you cannot expect 100% to build a business if you don't want to be out there in the world sharing what you're doing. Like, people won't know what you're doing. They're not going to know to ask you about it. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not gonna happen overnight. Like, I had literally like 1 to 3 likes on my post when I got started. And then I kept doing it. I kept after it, and I kept doing it. And that is what, again, like that compound effect, right? Like, it's going to happen over time. You're going to feel like this momentum. But the best thing you could do is like not care really what anyone else thinks, and just share openly what you're doing. Like what you did your workout today. What are you celebrating? Or like what sucks, but you also feel good because you overcame it and press play anyway. Or like, were your kids sick and, like the dog is on top of you. I don't know. Whatever it is, like, it's all the little stories about how you're moving yourself forward no matter what that are inspiring to people. And I know I kind of like was talking to Lauren about this a little bit, and it's like such a common question. It's like, oh, well, I'm not at my goal, or like, I'm not at like where I want to be to like start coaching. And that honestly just like, it's the worst excuse. Sorry, Lauren. It's the worst excuse, because people really want to see like the whole thing. They don't want to see like, oh, I'm the champion, I'm so fit. They want to see what you went through to get there, and how they want to know that by you. That's the whole point of this. Like, you're sharing your story and encouraging other people, hoping to show them that they could do this too. So that's what it is. Everyone wants to see a success story, or maybe they want to see a failure. Either way, you're going to surprise them with your success, and it's nice to bring people alongside you. So sharing openly is like that first thing you could do to really put yourself in a place where you're setting every day, make it a goal to make one post about like how your day went in your health and fitness and life journey to be the best you.
I can speak to that as well. When I started off coaching at the same time I started my journey, and I openly shared, which was really hard for me to do on Facebook. I was in a really negative headspace when I started, and like, that's it. People have been following me. I still get messages like from friends, even like high school friends, that are like, wow, I've been following your journey. You're so inspirational. And being consistent has been really huge. So people know I'm showing up every day for me. I will show up for them as well. Because if you're not consistent with your posts and sharing, people don't know that you're being consistent. And then they're like, I don't know about this person as a coach. They're not even showing up for their own workouts. Like, are they going to show up for me? So I think it also just being consistent, showing up, and being a product of the product is huge.
And like, alongside that, like, do it for you. I see so many people like so many coaches that write on Facebook, like, oh, here's my day 7 and 4. And if you don't know what to write, like, or you don't know what to share, like, go for like the diary approach. Like, you don't have to like really overcome, like, day 7, or I'm starting day 1 today. Here's like what I'm afraid of. Here's what I think I'll be great at, or whatever. Like, write like a journal. And I heard that once, and I thought that was so good. But I see coaches all the time that are like, day 1 of 21, and this is how I'm feeling, and I'm showing up here because I told myself I was going to do it. And that extra accountability, showing up on Facebook publicly, like, is going to help me, because I don't want to be the person that quit something publicly. Like, think of it in that way too. I think it's really helpful, because you're like, okay, here I am. I'm going to show up every day for me, because I really want to get results. And at the end of this 21 days, when like everyone's ready to see my results, I want to have results to show, because I've been leading up to it. So just a thought.
Yeah, that's totally true. That was the approach I took, and I got really good results in my first 21 days, because I shared publicly, and I shared publicly very regularly. So I was like, man, I better get some good results. It really motivated me to stick to my meal plan and exercise every day. And I had some really good results. So that was a load off.
And I know that I think that's like a really cool thing that our business offers us too, is like, like you can bring together so easily like your health goals into this business. Like, I always think, okay, want my business to be successful, I better also concentrate on making sure I'm getting good results, because I know that that's how I'm going to inspire other people. So definitely nice to be able to intertwine them for the accountability. Should we, hold on. I'm just looking at my things here. Do you guys want to talk about the coming out post, Sarah, or or should we just wait on that?
I'm not sure. I don't know if we should wait for the training. Lauren and Erica, you guys are here still. Is there anything you'd like to learn about or know about right now prior to our training?
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
So our training, we're saying it's going to start on the 26th, which is in 5 days. 5 days from now.
Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, in the meantime, don't wait. If I this business is not hard. It's just that people don't do it out of fear or laziness or whatever it is, but it's not a hard thing. And it's really such a powerful, opportunity that we have to inspire other people to start working on themselves and become the best versions of themselves. So even the term oh, your coming out post that you have to do, should we talk about it? I hesitate even saying that, because who cares? If it's not going to be perfect. No one's is, because they don't know what the hell they're doing yet. You're new. Why would you, right? All you have to do is tell people why in the first place you started this journey, and why you want to keep doing it, and why you've decided to become a coach. Speak to your stories. Tell a story. That's it. What you would do anyways, but you're just putting it out there in the world for people to see and for people to feel motivated and inspired by. I would make it a challenge. I don't know, Sarah, if you agree with us here, but I think it would be really cool to see up until we start, everyone could post one thing about what they're doing, or their experiences so far every day. One thing every day. It's not a tiny little blurb, finish on week last week, or whatever it was, or what you're feeling good about. I'm starting a 21-day program, or whatever, something that is happening in your life with your health or fitness or wellness, or why you're coaching, or anything. And there are tons of examples out there in the world. If you head into our team page and just look at some of the people's names and go to their pages and look and see kind of what they're doing and feel that out.
I like that. I think that's a great idea.
Okay. And then as far as conversations, if you have anyone reaching out, I just want to say this because I know a few people that might listen to this recording might have this question, but if you're having anyone reach out and ask you what you're doing, or you're posting and someone's oh my God, you look awesome, or even in real life, and you want to know how to talk them through what you're doing, don't ever hesitate to send me, or if your coach is Sarah, or whoever your coach is, a conversation. That's what we're here to do. Or post it in the page even would be awesome. But that's what we're here to do, is help guide you through those conversations, because it's so easy. And I know I was totally guilty of just word vomiting everything, because I was so excited that someone was excited. So it's easy to just dive into, oh my gosh, it's this and this and this and this and this, and you don't give them, we've been talking people through it. So we're here to help you through that too.
Yeah, when I first started, I had someone reach out to me and they're I really want to drink Shakeology, which is the best kind of message you can get. And then I gave them so much information. I sent them every link for every program we had. I was all excited. It was terrible. And then they were never mind. Because I definitely I overwhelm them with information, because there's a lot of information. And I really wish I was prior to my training, that I would have just messaged someone else, for Kelly first, to ask what to say instead of word vomiting all over them. It's terrible. So
Okay, so the challenge for the week is social media at least once a day until we get started in the training, whether that's Facebook or Instagram for you. And Yeah, does anyone have any questions? Any other questions? I don't know if we do. I guess we already asked if anyone had questions, but just looking through my notes to see if there's anything else you were going to talk about. I guess not. No. All right, and then as a part of the training that we're going to
have one.
Okay, who was that?
I think it must have been Lauren.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Yeah, it was. If that's okay.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm afraid of is like, I know my Facebook is like polluted with like everyone selling like a lip gloss or like handbags or whatever other thing. So I'm afraid of like if I kind of add to that where it's like, oh, here's another thing that I'm trying to sell to you, and like I know it's not the same as trying to sell someone a $70 lip gloss, but at the same time, like I don't know, like I definitely like going through this myself. I believe that like this is the easiest and healthiest thing you can possibly do for yourself because, you know, and it's cheaper than going to the gym. It's, you know, you're doing so much for yourself. But I guess like I'm just wondering if I'm going to like annoy anyone or that kind of thing, which I don't want to do, if you know what I mean.
Okay, two things. Number one, when you go to someone's Facebook wall that sells these lip balms or bags, do you know that they're selling the lip balms or bags because they posted like some kind of picture of the lip balm or bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying as shit. No one wants that. So that's the first thing. Like, I would never ever recommend that ever. Like, we don't ever want you to like post a picture of like 21 Day Fix is awesome and here's the trainer and here's like the containers and a picture of a stock image, right? Like that's not what we do and like not what this is about. It's about you, right? It's about your journey. And like you said it yourself, like this is the best, healthiest, easiest way for a lot of people to get their health and wellness on track. And honestly,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think everyone has that fear. Everyone. I mean, I had the same fear. I was like, ew, I was so annoyed by my coach for a long time. But then I did it and I was like, I wasn't actually annoyed. I was just hating on it because I was so unhappy. And I think if you're doing it in a way that's like sharing your journey, no one can really hate on someone that's become healthier unless they're jealous, honestly, or like they are unhappy with themselves and want to make a change but don't know where to start. Like this isn't about, and that's the thing like that we teach you in the trainings, like it's not about Beachbody products and like putting that out there and pushing it or selling it. It's really, I mean, if you go to like people that are doing well in this business or like if you go to my wall or Sarah's wall, like we rarely talk about like the actual program that we're doing. Like that's not, it's health. Like think about it like you're sharing your health and fitness like lifestyle, you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So instead of in your post being like Shakeology and Beachbody, don't mention Beachbody. Like, you know, just talk about how you're feeling and come from the heart. And I think a big thing is also using the law of attraction. That's something that I heavily do. I try to do in my posts. Use the law of attraction to attract people to me. I'm honest. I know that like my sort of target audience is moms because I'm a mother myself. I'm super busy. But like I'm super busy, and that used to be my excuse, as Kelly knows, when I started. So you know, I talked a lot about that, and that was really great. And I had people reach out to me. And I think I mean, look at some of the posts that you see some of the other people that are above you doing. And that will be really helpful as well. I noticed that Dana, who's in charge of Empowered Elite, she does a lot of posts about her struggles and stuff, but I never see her post stuff about Shakeology, and her posts are really like super engaging. I don't know if you have her on Facebook, but I would definitely follow her as well. I really like her posts. So, and I never feel that they're salesy, and same with Kelly's. I don't feel like your posts are salesy at all. So
just remember, like Sarah made a good point about attraction marketing. Like think about the things that would attract you and like to like come back and check like and see what that person's doing. And then the things that deter you, like, you know, when you see it on your wall, you know, like those are just good examples of things that you don't want to do, you know, like you see the lipstick post and you're immediately like, ew, like I would never come back and check to see what you're doing. Like that's not the goal. Like think that the goal is like building a community, like, right? Like you want people to come in and check into your wall and like write on your pictures and engage with each other, you know, like that is like what's so cool about this is like it's not selling a product, it's really like promoting a lifestyle that feels good. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That does.
Another thing that I was really fearful of doing live video because I'm not very articulate. So I literally did a live video about fear. Anyways, and I talked about fear and I like my voice, I felt like I was going to throw up the entire video, and I did a live video and I had so many people comment on it. I even had people share it. So I decided to make it public because my friends were trying to share it. And I was like blown away. And then I had a lot of people coming in to check on what I was doing, you know, because I did something that I was so scared of doing. And I was really honest and open about that. So just another idea is even if you don't want to write a post, you could also do a live video sharing like, hey guys, I want to let you know, like I've been doing this thing and I feel so amazing. And I just wanted to let you guys know, like, you know, just tell them about it. Tell them about how you're feeling and about you and so on, because I think that definitely really attracts people. People want to know what's going on with you, you know, and when they set up with Beachbody, they're like, they could just go online and get Beachbody themselves or go on Amazon or something like that, but they're setting up with Beachbody because of you, because they want you to be their coach and they want to be a part of what you are doing because you've inspired them. So
That makes a lot of sense.
Like, yeah, I mean, I totally get it. I felt like a lot of fear in that too. Like posting was something I was most afraid of, mostly, like I said, because I just hated on Dana for so long. But it really, like, when I look back at it, I'm like, I literally was just making fun of her happiness. Like, I was like, ew, like, she can't be this happy. I remember saying those words to my mom. Like, my mom was like, oh, because I know her from high school. She was like, oh, you know, like, Dana's doing this thing. I was like, yeah, I don't buy into it. There's no way she's that happy, you know, like, and that was just me. And know that too, like the people that are hating on you or they're annoyed by you when you're sharing like things that are really helping you better yourself, they're not honestly people you would really want in your life anyway. You know, people should want the best for you. And if anything makes you happy and is helping your health, then your friends and family should be super happy for you.
That's true.
Anything else?
I think I'm okay. Thank you for answering that because that definitely helps.
Okay, awesome. Good. And just know that like you're not alone in that fear, but the best way to like work through that is once I decided this is what I was going to do, and if I could give you guys like any advice, it's don't like tiptoe around it. Like the thing that's going to make you successful is your belief in where you're going with this. Like believe in yourself and then like pick where you're going, pick what your goal is, and then just decide that you're going to do whatever it is to figure it out and achieve that goal. Like that's it. You have to say, like, it's not like, you know, I was talking to someone yesterday and they were like, well, I'd like to ideally like quit this job. And I'm like, no, not ideally. Like, if you want to quit this job, you want to quit this job. Like, then let's do it and let's go for it. You know, and that's what it has to take is you've connected so much to where that end goal is. You believe in it so much and you're believing in yourself that you're just like, you know what, screw it. Like, screw what everyone else thinks. I'm going to share what's in my heart and what I'm going through and what I'm feeling, and I hope to inspire other people. And I'm going to do this for me and for all the people I'm going to help too, and for that future that I wanted. So anyways, sorry for the last minute pep talk. But all right, anything else, or are we good?
I think we're pretty good. I don't know.
Okay. No, I think this is good. It was 40 minutes, so hopefully everyone will watch the recording that missed it. Yeah?
Thanks, Kelly, and thank you,
All right.
ladies, for here.
Yeah, thank
I wanted to
Thank you.
throw out one more thing. If you are worried about a post and you're not sure if you should put it on your wall, you can also post it in the Wildflower Tribe and ask what people think first before you post it. If you're like, I don't know about this post, because I've done that before. I'm like, well, look at, and usually like I like that because people will be honest. Like, I might change this. Oh, you have a grammar error. Maybe can you add this? Like, just getting different people's opinions. So if you're like, does this sound too salesy? And if you think it sounds too salesy, then it probably does sound salesy. But just, you can always share it there. And that's a really great resource. And that's it.
Is anyone reading anything? Are you guys reading anything right now? For like personal development?
I am. I'm reading The Law of Attraction, but like for children. So as a parent, it's parental personal development.
I do like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, we could talk about this later, obviously, but I mentioned it to Carly in one of her posts, but for a long time, I saw this idea that a team read Girl Code together. It's like a book about confidence. And I don't know if everyone struggles with confidence, but that for me is like one of my big things. And they all like read the book together and shared, like each person had a chapter, that they shared like their takeaways, and like, I don't know, I think it would be cool to read it together and make a whole like kind of online book club about it. So, oh my God. So anyways, if you don't have a book and you think that's a good idea and you want to join us, I probably will ask if anyone else wants to on our team page, but just as a side note.
I think a book club idea sounds kind of fun. It would hold me accountable to read more.
Yeah, I think it would be cool.
Definitely.
I agree.
Well, I ordered the book already, so if you have Amazon Prime, I suggest. Oh, guess what, Larissa? I got Amazon Prime. My mother-in-law bought it for me.
Oh, awesome.
So excited. I feel like we've been talking about that for a while. I'm like, why doesn't my husband want Amazon Prime? But whatever, my mother-in-law bought it, so now I'm like ordering all the things. Probably not best for me right now. Anyways, okay. Well, my daughter's creeping in the background, so I'm gonna go. And it was so awesome. Look at her. Look at my screen. She's like, she thinks I'm not there. I guarantee you. She thinks I don't know she's there.
Okay, stop with the Elmo thing.
All right, I'm going to end the recording so everyone doesn't listen to all of our chatter, but it was awesome.
Okay.
To see you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, bye. Have a good afternoon.
Bye.
Thank you.